Congressman Cummings will be part of a meeting with Eric Holder, I should say, and Congressman Darrell Issa to discuss the role of the Justice Department in the botched gun trafficking operation known as Fast and Furious. Congressman Cummings, good to see you this morning.
Good morning.
Just set the stage, if you would, for our viewers who aren't totally familiar with the story about what we're going to see today.
Well, over the past 16 months, Chairman Issa has been attempting to get documents from the Justice Department with regard to our investigation of Fast and Furious. And, you know, Eric Holder, Attorney General, has done, I think it's turned over more than 7,600 documents. He's gone through millions of emails. And basically, we're down to a point now where Chairman Issa is demanding additional documents. Now, I must tell you that while we have had disagreement on the Democrat and Republican sides, it's clear that Chairman Issa did something that was pretty good last Friday. He made a decision to take off the table certain documents which would have been illegal for the Attorney General to produce. Wiretap applications, the information about confidential informants, and those kinds. We're taking that off the table. Now we're down to some documents involving a letter that was sent to Senator Leahy on February 4th, whereby there was a denial of this gun walking process, and now the documents that Chairman Issa now wants surrounds those documents. And so we're going to sit down with today with Leahy, the chairman, and Eric Holder, and try to figure out how to move forward so that we can avoid this whole contempt situation, because I really don't think it is necessary. I think we can resolve this.
Congressman, could we back up a bit, and for people just waking up, putting a Pop-Tart in the toaster, getting ready for the day, could you explain briefly what Fast and Furious, what that operation was all about, and why it has become so contentious?
The Phoenix office of ATF was allowing guns to go across the border, more than 1,000. They were following guns across the border, in the southwest border, and instead of tracking them to see exactly where they ended up, basically they stopped tracking them. In other words, they watched them being purchased, they watched them go over the border, but they did nothing to stop that. There came a time when some of those guns, at least two of those guns, were found at the crime scene where one of our Border Patrol agents, Agent Terry, was killed. And that's been the whole controversy, whether the Attorney General himself and his higher-ups knew about this. And they did not. All the evidence shows that they did not know about it, that this was an operation that was conducted from the Phoenix office of the ATF.
I know, Congressman, you disagree with Chairman Issa's efforts, or the concept anyway, of holding Eric in contempt, but are you troubled by the Fast and Furious program itself, and if so, what part of it troubles you the most?
I am extremely troubled by it, and I've said that a million times. The whole idea that our AFT agents will allow guns to go into Mexico, and as you probably know, thousands upon thousands of Mexicans have been killed, and that's been all connected with this drug cartel situation down there. But it's our guns. It's guns from this country. Probably 60 to 70% of all the guns that are being used down there to kill people have come from the United States. But understand something. This whole operation, these types of operations, actually started under the Bush administration, and the Bush administration did nothing about it, although they knew about it. When Eric Holder found out about these tactics, he immediately stopped it. He said, no, we're not going to have this. And the other thing that Eric Holder did is he immediately demanded an investigation by his IG, and we're still waiting for that report. But again, I think Eric Holder has acted honorably. He's done everything that he could to allow us to do our job, that is, to investigate this matter. But at the same time, he wanted to make sure that grand jury testimony and wiretap information, which he cannot release, is not released. And the other type of evidence that he did not want to release was evidence that might interfere with prosecutions, ongoing prosecutions. And again, as I said, Chairman Issa just Friday took those things off the table, and now we're down to a February 4th letter that we're trying to resolve.
Congressman Mark Halpern here. On another topic, can you explain why it's constitutional for the president to unilaterally decide without any congressional input he's going to enforce the immigration laws for some people and not for others?
Well, it's prosecutorial discretion. They can make decisions as to how they are going to execute the laws. And I think, as a matter of fact, I listened to your conversation. I thought it was a good decision on the president's part. You know, as you guys talk back and forth, there's nothing said about the 800,000 young people who have done absolutely nothing wrong and who could contribute tremendously to society. And the thing that I liked about the president, what the president did, is that he did something. He did something. I hear all the talking heads talking about, well, we ought to have reform, comprehensive reform. I'm for comprehensive reform, too. But people can't just sit around and wait. We need to help folks, and these are some of the greatest folks that we could help. And I thought the president did something that was really very, very good.
If I could just press the point a bit, I'm not a lawyer or an immigration lawyer, but prosecutorial discretion would be, in this individual case, based on the facts, we're not going to go forward and deport the person. This is taking a whole group of people that the law that Congress has passed has said should be part of people who do get deported. For the president to just say this group is not going to be deported anymore, doesn't that go beyond prosecutorial discretion? Doesn't that, to some extent, represent a threat, the balance of powers on your branch of government?
I don't think so. I think what the president has done is basically said we've made a decision in-house. It's not going against the laws of this country, and he's done what he feels is in his power, and I believe it's in his power also.
All right, Congressman Elijah Cummings, thanks for being with us this morning. Keep us posted on the Fast and Furious, if you would.
Certainly will.
All right, take care. Eugene, stay with us. Want to get